Today we are taking this standard looking bridge and we are going to turn it into the exact copy of the other side using the copy tool.
We have this bridge that we designed last video, and we used the library, the generic library, to make this bridge. And as you can tell, they don't look very similar to the natural morphology of the patient. And whenever you have a nice reference, a nice morphology from the natural teeth, we should always try to copy them as best as we can. We are at the connector stage, but you can always go to expert. Here you can select them. I'm going to use the copy tool to do the mirroring. So first select mirror. If I wanted to copy this one, I would select copy because it's on the same quadrant. But because we're gonna copy from the other side, from the other quadrant, we're gonna use the mirror tool. So we start with the molar. As you can see, he's gonna swap. And now you're gonna place it on top of the crown that we want to replace. Reposition it if you were designing normally. Now we select mirror, copy another. We now copy the 35 and we place it on top of this one. Well, now just place it more or less in the right position. Now copy another, we do the same for the 44. As you can tell, we have a much bigger space at this stage. So this side has much more space than this side, so we're gonna have to make them a bit bigger. And so we press OK. We have them copied, and now we go to tooth placement. So we can make them bigger all at the same time. So probably we can put them together here. And now we select move all simultaneously, like this. And then we click shift and drag to make them bigger. And we can position them. And now we move them individually, taking always into consideration the buccal corridor. Always look at the other side to have the reference. Bring up the antagonist to the occlusion. Probably bring up this one a bit more, this one as well. And I think the molar should be fine. Probably be more like this. Always make sure that the proximal ridges are at the same level. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Now we can go back to the normal workflow if you go to wizard. Well, we should do that. And now the software is going to adapt these ones to the preps. So because they're not teeth from the library, you're going to have a bit more work adapting this kind of teeth once you copy them, because the preps are not going to be exactly the same as they are on the other side. So it might take a bit more work, but I think the end result is always better. Especially in the pontic, you're gonna have to add there. So for now, we're just gonna smooth stuff out around, making sure we keep the line angles like this. See, probably a bit more volume here. Just move a bit. From that point, first you just smooth to remove any artifacts, and just remove this line here. So if you press shift and click, it's going to be a stronger flattening tool. This one is just mild strength. This is very strong. So always make sure that you have contacts on the proximal. Right now we have no contacts. Always add a bit more. Beautiful. Now I think we need more volume on the proximal here. And we need a contact here. Just add until we have a contact point. And let's add here to have a more convex profile. So if you're working and you need to make the working model transparent, you can either shift click and the wheel of the mouse. You need to click on it, and it's going to make it transparent and opaque. Or you can select Shift and S and make it the same way. If you do, you can do the same with the antagonist. You can press A to bring it up, Shift A to make it transparent, or you can press Shift mouse wheel click. It's going to be the same. And then you can press also Control mouse wheel, and you're going to make it disappear. And to make it appear again, you can either press A, or you can press Control Shift mouse wheel, and it's going to bring it up. Okay. And I do the same with the teeth. So if I want to hide this one, I press Control mouse wheel, and then to bring it up, I press Control Shift mouse wheel, and it will bring it up again. And it will bring up also the antagonist. So it kind of brings it up in order from when I decided to hide them. So if I hide this and this, now it's going to bring up the crown, the working model, and then the antagonist. It's by order. So the 44 is looking nice now. Probably needs a bit more of a second inclination there, so we can use the tools to bring out. As you see here, you have like 1 inclination, 2 inclinations. Something like this. We need to add to make the pontic touch the soft tissue. How are we going to do this? So we can either add here by adding material until it touches, or probably we can use probably doesn't work. You can use the reach tool just to bring the bottom part to touch the soft tissue, like this. And then we do the rest by adding by hand manually. So I like to add a bit more than I need. And then we go with the smooth tool and we smooth everything around. Like this. And add a bit more where it's concave until everything is nice and convex. Something like this. So now you can tell it's too long, so I'm gonna make it shorter, like this. Use the Shift to make it stronger. And we look at the vocal corridor, we can tell that probably this one is sticking out too much. So we go a bit inside, this one a bit outside, and the molar a bit inside as well. Like this. A little bit more volume here. And now just make sure that the ridges are at the same level. These angles to be at the same level, more or less. Something like this, okay? Now we need to adapt the soft tissue because it's too much pressure. So we go to Adapt tool. We already have selected what we selected in the last video, which is -1mm, so we do the same here, adapt to the gingiva. It's going to look concave. We never want pontics to be looking like this. So I'm going to flatten the lingual side and make it, in this case, a bit like a modified ridge lap, with a bit more pressure. If it's not convex, it should at least be flat, the pontic. So something similar to this. And usually the client should tell us how he wants the emergence profile of the pontic, and how much pressure he wants, what shape does he want. So if you see this side, the 45 is a bit too tall compared to this side, so I'm gonna just bring it down a bit. Probably we can either use cusp. This is deforming too much the cusp, so we go and do We try to select tooth parts as well. No good, so entire tooth. Probably was a bit too much, so go undo. Use the entire tooth. Here a bit, a little bit here. So I'm trying to make it slowly and carefully, just not to distort all the anatomy, just to resemble the other one. Okay. You could even bring out the mesial side a bit out, like you have on the 34. You can just play around. So now, check if you have contact points on the proximal, and you can now use the adapt tool to cut any intersections. So cut occlusal intersections and proximal intersections as well. Like this, now you can always play around, making it better. But I think for today's tutorial, it's gonna be enough. Just look at the other side and look at ours to make always some changes if needed. Like this. So the occlusion of this one is not really very well defined. You can always define it a bit better, or leave it as it is. You can always make more anatomy. So usually for the sulks or the fissures, I like to use the thin tool, brush size at the minimum, strength maximum, and then just come around and play with it. And then you can always smooth a bit out, just not to be as strong. Something like this. You should bring up this a bit more. Yeah. I think we pushed inside too much, it's looking a bit distorted there, so I got a bit this way. Okay. Using this in the right position. And now we go to the connectors. It's the same as the last video, just place them more lingually, so it doesn't disturb much the buccal side, buccal embrasures. Then you go next. Then you go freeform restorations again. And then you can just it a bit further, just to make it perfectly thick there. Always make sure you have thick connectors. And you can make them look a bit better if you close a bit the sides here. And there you have it.